Blacksmith?
Well, the blacksmith is, well, he was a man of stature, then he was African American, so they call him blacksmith. So you got a tinsmith, he works with tin. Goldsmith works with gold. A silversmith works with silver. So then you got an ironsmith. But when you said blacksmith, that meant that he was a black man that did iron work.
And what is this again?
Now, this is a 18-piece wooden pattern for a pot belly stove. See, now, a lot of people get mixed up because a blacksmith made shoe horses, but he was known as a farrier. So he had to be also a doctor, a veterinarian, farrier, and a blacksmith.
What's a farrier?
Farrier is the man that shoe horses.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So he made the horseshoe.
That's right.
Then he had to put them on. Because see, you got to get that shoe when you put those nails in there. Those nails got to be
Right.
just close enough to the quick.
Right.
So
right.
it don't erupt the quick.
That's right.
See? So it holds, because the nail, he know that it's going to rust. So, but if you put it too close in there, then it'll infect the feet.
But when he put that nail in there, he point the point at the end of that nail, so it won't hit the quick.
That's
It'll
right.
and come on out.
That's
on
right.
the
Yes.
outside.
Then he bend it down. See? So he have to know a whole lot
That's
about
right.
the foot. But a lot of people tell you that, oh, we didn't know nothing but what's in Africa. But all this stuff was created now.
Yes.
But see, that's when we created education.
Right.
Because man never admit that when he came here, the Indian was doing well. He was raising corn, they called it maize.
Right.
They made flour, meal out of it, biscuits, anything they want. We just call them different things. Now they refine it coming in by mixing with other things and created salt, flour, and stuff like that. But the thing is that that man had already, he was civilized in his way. Like when I was in Africa, the thing that made me feel bad, here with all this education, and I walked up to a little 16-year-old kid that could speak 16 different languages, and I could only speak English.
Okay.
So you think about it, is he more educated than you? See? But they have made that down because everything, if you notice, everything that was dark-skinned, they made a servant out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
See? And in the Bible, Mr. And servant to the people.
Right.
See, and if you go to the woods, nothing but a column, what was Jesus Christ? All right, you follow the following, right?
And that's
Yeah.
the little seat that they used to sit in the little
Right
seat
up
over
in there.
there.
Who used to sit in that little seat?
The little kids. They used to sit in those little seats right there, but this was the
Logic.
desk that we used to sit in. And then this is called the ink well,
Right.
right here. And the ink pen thing would be here. I don't see one, but it would be
See,
here.
you'd have 2 or 3 classes in the room.
Right.
See, you may have
That was the teacher's desk over there. That's
a
what
9th grader here, an 8th grader there, and
That's
a
right.
1st grader over there. See, they
All
did
in
it
the same
that way.
class.
All in the same
Same
class.
class.
See, the thing is that we keep talking about integration, but we had integration in Selma when I was a boy. Because the fire station was built by colored people. Over
And
down
I
Middle
think we did
Avenue.
about color
Yeah.
people, but they didn't. People
And
don't want to
then
believe that.
they integrated
This
later.
is the bell. They
plus
used to
the
ring this
main
bell. When you got ready to go, they rang this bell. We said, okay, it's time for us to go. We get up and we go.
So see, that's the thing that Ben Turner was the richest man in Alabama at one time.
He was what?
He was a black man. And also, he was a statesman in the White House. See? Now he owned property on Ward Avenue. He sold horses, he sold feed, he rented horses, he made burgers and things of that type. He was a carriage maker. But in history they say he was a slave.
Right.
How could he be a slave and he advanced that far? See? So you see, in Williamsburg, when I was a boy there,
That's the way
when
the
I
teachers
worked
used
in
to
Williamsburg,
dress you.
yes ma'am, that's the first of the teachers. He dressed that way.
You said you were
When I
born?
worked in Williamsburg, we found no proof or no paper stating that they called their servants slaves. The man would say, I've got 250 hands.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Right.
And that's the way it was. Now in Williamsburg, the law was that you had to have 250 servants to come to Williamsburg. In other words, you got to be able to afford to feed them many people in order to have a guaranteed plantation.
Right.
Was on the ladder. See, and the man burnt the picture in the background. See, he burnt, see how muddy it looked? That's called burning. I was a graduated photographer here, first color photographer in Selma. And to make these people look darker,
Okay.
because they had white fathers. Those were our first teachers.
And over here, they got her where she's real light.
That's where it's color.
Uh-huh.
See, they couldn't do nothing about the color. See, this is Miss Carol here. This lady lived on Selma Street, and this lady lived on Selma Street. But they look like white women, don't they? They had white fathers, and they lived on Selma Street. There were a lot of mulattoes. All the white men that lived on Selma Street had black wives. My grandfather was one of them, Doc Hopkins.
Right.
Had the grocery store. I was the darkest thing in the family. I had more segregation in my family, I had my whole life.
Right.
So, you see, nobody tells the truth about the history. We just accept what people said.
It is.
You know, here's a picture of over 150 maybe. I'm sure it's 100 there. All these are African American. See? But in that day, we didn't have straightening comb.
Right.
But look at them, they're well groomed. So see, if we had a comb now hair lot, it wouldn't have been so kinky.
Okay.
See? That's what I did, because Mama said, comb it every day, see? And even though I was dark skinned, I had straight hair.
Okay.
And I used to wear 2 plaits, and I had the first motorcycle, Harley Davidson, right here in Selma. And I rode from here to Williamsburg, Virginia, went all up north, all over. And I went with Highlanders.
Say again?
Jews. See, because they didn't care.
They would do what?
They would hire us and give us money, like give us good pay, or give us a place to live, anything.
Right.
Because see, the first Jews were dark-skinned.
Okay.
In Africa,
Okay.
they had a tribe of Jews. If they had straight hair, them ones that combed it with mud and packed it down, like the Watuchi tribe. You see them? They got long, straight hair. They call them white Jews.
Oh, okay.
And if they had curly hair, they call them black Jews. But they was the same color.
Oh, okay.
And nobody realized that's the same thing, the word white. Now you listen to this good. In the Bible, when they say white as snow, they mean clean.
Right.
Right. Right.
See, they don't mean white.
I know where you're
Now,
coming
you maybe about this color, then if you had leprosy, you'd have a white hair in a borrow. You had leprosy. But then when you go to the priest and he pray for you, God heal you, you change colors, you get lighter. So people said he was white as snow. That meant he was clean as snow.
from. Okay.
And he was whole.
Right.
So see, the white man came from us. Well, the only difference was they were the same color. But if you had straight hair, which they used to pack it down with mud, and it stayed straight and became straight.
What about the,
Then if you had curly hair, you were called a black Jew. If you had straight hair, you called a white Jew.
what about the difference between the whites and the Jews and their approach to blacks? What they thought about blacks?
Well, the first blacks that came here, they came with the white people. So when the Indians saw him, he said, Negaro, not Negro. It's spelled like Negro, but Negaro. And that was too fancy for us. So they started calling us Negroes, niggers, nagas, and come up with nigger and Negro. See? But the word was Negaro. No fume on Negaro, no smoking at night. So you were considered as God of the night, and that white man was considered as God of the day. So the Indian had this great respect for both of them, because one represent day and one represent night. And the Indian is the only true Christian because he believed in the Holy God. The Indian won't stay in one place all the time. The Cherokee was known as a Creek because he would camp here. And after he stayed here and he killed a deer, he would move away so the deer would come back to that section up the river.
Oh, okay.
And he used the river for his water and stuff. And they were clean people. See? The word scalp means to behead. The French taught them that. You can't get the word scalp out of English language, Indian language. There ain't any of those words that you use in ill. The Indians don't use that. You can't spell it in Indian.
Okay.
See? We created those words. You read your Bible close, you notice that God never said ill. I'm not, I can't. Now you say all the time when you can't, oh, I feel sorry that person. But the Father said, the Christ said, be like your Father in heaven. Your Father don't say, I feel sorry for you. He do something for you.
Right.
The 4 people here,
4 different.
and we have 4 different shades of skin. Now, when God make a man, and I'm considered a creator because I can make anything I want.
Okay.
The thing is that he has to consider also that he made the sun. And this man is going to be running around buck naked. So he had to make him with a dark tone so he could take the sun. Black reflects absorb. Color absorb. But white reflects. So you see, the man would be blistered all the time. And God ain't going to make you with a problem already.
Okay.
That right. See, so what happened, he made man with a skin like the Indian, copper color. And then when we went to Africa, we stopped bathing, we stopped combing our hair, and before you know it, we produced. And if you remember, blacks used to put a bone in their lips.
Right.
So we created what we are. And when we came out of Africa, the people said, Negro is spelled the same as Negro. But they didn't like Negro because Negro sound too raw and everything. So they said, nah, the nigger, and they come up with that.
So we're going around
You
here.
do it. But a lot of them were made in Selma, and they're old Navy and Army pistols. And this is, you seen Clint Eastwood? He got one of these.
Which
You
one?
pull that like this,
Is this one here?
and this one here.
And this one.
You pull that down, and that falls out.
Yeah.
And his was a 44 Magnum. That's a powerful gun. You know, it had a long barrel because it goes a long ways.
Forget about each state.
Each state made its own money.
So what do you
It
have?
was like a note. We got a $3 bill, $5 bill. You got a 5 cents bill. You got one for 25 cents. And there's another 5 cents.
Okay, now about
We
the
as
Cherokee.
Africans could leave the plantation, go out and work and do what we wanted. Some people call us slaves, but I doubt seriously everybody called themselves slaves because we got to feed the kids, take care of the old lady. You know what I mean? And if you're going to cook that soup, you better be careful how you smack the cook.
Now you said that the difference between Indians and the blacks, they were on,
They were on the plantation, they were on the reservation,
and they
but they had to get permission from a white man to leave the reservation.
and we didn't.
No, you just go to your boss man and say, I'm going to town. Your boss man will take you to town.
That you picked every day.
You weighed
You weigh this, you weigh your cotton. As you bring it in. This is the scale right here.
This fire truck was made in 1926 in France
Day the daddy was born.
and shipped to Selma and was used on the corner of Broad and Mint. Miss Carroll lived 1/2 a block in the next corner of that street. Tabernacle Baptist Church is across the street, but you couldn't come out the front door of Tabernacle Baptist Church. That's where people go in the side door.
Yeah.
See? It has the